Hello, everybody, and welcome to the new Mind 360 platform. Now that you're logged in, we're going to take a look at your dashboard. This is basically the heart of the system where you're going to have access to a lot of information in one page that will keep you informed about past, present, and future and the timeline of your patients. So let's start by taking a look at the menu on the left. So you have the dashboard menu. You have patients, where of course you can see all your patients. And by clicking this little eye, you can go into their profile. Please don't mind, of course, all the mock names we have in this test database. So when you click on them, you go to their profile, and we're going to go over all of these details here and all that you can do on a different video. If you click on your teams, you have all of your staff members here and their functions, if they're staffs or administrators, and they have different access depending on the role that they have. Of course, you can go in if you are an administrator and you can change, add, delete staff members, so on and so forth. Under billing, again, if you have access to it, you're going to be able to see invoices. You're going to be able to see past payments and other features in here. If you go under settings, this is a very, very powerful page, and we're going to spend some time on this on another video. Also, this is where you can set up what type of appointments that we offer, that you want to offer to your patients. You can set up the type of billing you want to receive, if per appointment or per month, so on and so forth. You can add sub locations here. We're going to go over all these features in details. This is not an overwhelming page, but it's a very powerful page that lets you customize your experience with us. If you go to your staff page, of course, this is you. You can change your name, email, phone number. You can even upload a picture or a logo here if you want someone to see something different when they look at your profile in the system. We also have a little chat tool that always stays open on the corner here where you can message us. We're going to also go over how to simply use this. It's a very, very neat, very useful little feature that you have, that you can talk to us, and you can also talk to your other team members in your own team if you want to use this chat tool. So back to the dashboard, you have a lot of information at a glance here. So of course, the name of your company. In this case, we have AgBank Test. You have a soft booking button. Soft booking is a very, very useful tool, and we're going to go over it in detail in a different video. Book appointment. You can always search for everything. So you can search, for example, for a patient name or even a staff member name, and he finds that. So when you get to the point that you have a number of patients or even team members in the system, you don't need to keep just scrolling down to find them. You can always just do a search. Here you have here, this will show how many patients you have scheduled, how many of them showed, all in this period of time here, period of time. So you can choose, you can change this, and this will all update to show whatever is in that period of time that you chose. So we'll show how many are scheduled, how many showed for their appointments, how many no showed, how many canceled. And keep in mind, these are all automatic notifications to you also. So when a patient cancels, or if they no show for an appointment, or when they schedule, you do get notified via email also. But you have that information at a glance right here at the top. Then how many soft bookings you have pending. And again, we're going to go over that later. Approved to continue. It's a very neat little piece of information. So in this column right here, as soon as the appointment happens, usually the psychologists know. If it's a denial, it's pretty blunt a lot of the times. So they know if it's going to be a denial or not. So they mark that patient as approved to continue or not. Maybe not immediately, but not too long after the appointment. So even though the report, which you have an appointment report, I'm sorry, a report status over here, the report may be pending because we write very comprehensive reports, as most of you know. So it may take a couple of days for the psychologist to finish that report, but we inform you if that patient, gestational carrier, egg donor, what have you, if they're allowed to continue, if they've been approved to continue or not. So if you need to send them to labs, or in case of gestational carriers, if they need to see an attorney for contracts, you can see here that they've been cleared to continue, even though the report may be pending still. So that's a pretty neat little column there. And it also shows here at the top how many reports are ready. So again, in that period of time, you have all these patients over here. And if the reports are ready, you can click and download. We're going to be looking at all that. It shows if it's pending. If the appointment was canceled, of course, it's going to be not applicable because there won't be a report, of course, for a canceled appointment. And then how many reports are still pending. So you have an idea that those appointments actually happened, but we're still typing the reports. So you're going to get them to you. Soft bookings, you can see them over here. We're going to go over that again in a different time. Here in this table, you can see the status of the appointment. So if it was a scheduled appointment in the future, you would show as scheduled. If they showed up for the appointment, this is what it shows right here. If it was canceled, you can see when, of course, but you can also see who canceled, because you can cancel, the patient may cancel, and very, very in extremely rare situations, we may cancel an appointment, even though it never happens. But in a very rare situation, if we do have to cancel an appointment, you would see that it was canceled by us. So you also have an idea here who canceled that appointment, so you can address that appropriately. When that appointment happened, the name of the patient, the type of appointment, if it was egg donor, donor embryo, joint session, and then again, like I mentioned before, if that patient is approved to continue, the status of that report and the status of that report. If you click this little eye here for past appointment or future appointments, this little tab opens up and you can see the details of that appointment. Because this appointment already happened, you can't change anything. You can only see it. In this case, you see the patient information, what type of appointment, when they happened, so on and so forth, the clinician that saw that patient, etc. So you're going to have access to information for all these appointments that happened in the past. But if it's in the future, you're going to have a chance to change, reschedule, and do a number of things, which again are all features that we're going to be taking a look in different videos. Okay. So thank you so much. And this is the new Mind 360 platform dashboard.